What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing great. Today we're talking about one of the scariest 1 versus 1 monsters in Mobile Legends, Thamuz. If you've ever faced him in lane, you know how annoying he can be. He's tanky, deals crazy damage, and his kit is all about slowing you down, making it almost impossible to escape. On top of that, his passive deals true damage, which turns him into a nightmare even for the tankiest heroes. And when he pops Vengeance, he's basically a walking war machine, able to survive and fight back even when he's outnumbered. On top of all that, Thamuz recently got a visual rework, making him look even more intimidating. So if you're struggling to play him, or maybe you're thinking of picking him up, stick around. In this video, I'll break down his passive and skills, show you some must-know combos, and wrap things up with the best builds and tips to take your Thamuz gameplay to the next level. Passive. Thamuz's basic attacks have between 10% and 60% chance to summon lava energy under the target. This percentage depends on the bar located below his HP. Each basic attack that does not trigger the passive increases the energy of this bar. When triggered, the energy deals true damage that scales with Thamuz's total physical attack as well as his level. Skill 1. Thamuz throws his scythes in a designated direction, remaining without them for a few seconds. To retrieve them faster, you can walk towards them, move away from them, or simply cast the skill again. Upon hitting an enemy, the scythes apply 30% slow and deal damage every 0.5 seconds. The damage is not that high, but the slow is the real strength of the ability. In addition, when returning to Thamuz, the scythes pull enemies along with them. While without his scythes, Thamuz gains 25% movement speed. When he retrieves them, his next basic attack is enhanced. It has slightly longer range, reduces enemy speed by 30%, and guarantees passive activation. It's an extremely useful skill in any situation. Skill 2. Thamuz jumps to a designated location, dealing damage and applying 25% slow for 2 seconds to enemies hit. It can be used either to engage or to retreat, depending on the situation. If Thamuz is without his scythes, they immediately return to him, and the cooldown of the first skill is reset. This already opens up space for a very efficient combo. Ultimate. When activated, Thamuz deals physical damage based on his total physical attack to all nearby enemies, creating an area around him that lasts 9 seconds. Inside it, enemies take continuous damage over time. The damage is not extremely high, but it makes a difference in prolonged fights. During the ultimate, Thamuz's HP bar increases by 30%. He gains 60% additional attack speed, and, one of the strongest points, he recovers 1.5% of his maximum hit points every time he deals damage with basic attacks or his scythes. Without a doubt, it is one of the most intimidating ultimates in the game, especially in 1 versus 1 duels. Combos. Thamuz is a hero with relatively simple combos to execute. Most of them share a common goal, triggering his passive as many times as possible. Before level 4, the basic combo will be use skill 1 to throw the scythes, then use skill 2 to deal damage, apply slow, and reset skill 1. Right after, perform an enhanced basic attack. Use skill 1 again, pull back the scythes, and finish with another enhanced basic attack. This combo guarantees 2 passive activations thanks to the empowered basic attacks. After level 4, the logic remains pretty much the same, but with a major difference, you'll be able to activate the ultimate. It significantly increases damage, attack speed, and HP regeneration when dealing damage. With the ultimate, Thamuz gains an overwhelming advantage in direct confrontations, dominating both in 1 versus 1 and outnumbered situations. On top of that, you can use Vengeance while executing the combo to further boost your durability in fights. This way, Thamuz becomes a true war tank, capable of intimidating any enemy that crosses his path. Build and emblems. Thamuz has 2 very important points to highlight when building a good setup. His passive that deals true damage, and the slow effects applied by his skills. In my opinion, Corrosion Scythe should be mandatory in any Thamuz build. It matches him in every way, from attack speed to basic attack slow effects. War Axe is also very useful, as it provides a lot of spell vamp and deals true damage with its passive. Queen's Wings and Oracle are great items to increase Thamuz's durability in team fights. Thunderbelt can also be very useful against tankier compositions due to the true damage it applies. Dominance Ice and Blade Armor can be your salvation against most enemy assassins and marksmen. Athena's Shield and Radiant Armor are great items to protect yourself from mages and other heroes that deal magic damage. The most recommended emblem is undoubtedly the Fighter emblem due to the spell vamp it provides. As for talents, there are several good options. In the first slot, I recommend Swift or Thrill. For the second slot, the best option is Festival of Blood, which further increases Thamuz's healing. In the last slot, Brave Smite, Weakness Finder, or Temporal Rain can be quite useful depending on the situation. As for the battle spell, the only one I recommend is Vengeance, as it greatly increases Thamuz's resistance in team fights. Tips to improve your gameplay with Thamuz. Thamuz has a relatively strong early game against some fighters, especially heroes with low mobility. However, in certain situations, you will face enemies that have the upper hand against him. In those cases, play more defensively, focus on farming, and wait for the right moment to engage. Skill 1 is perfect for zoning and maintaining lane control. After reaching level 4, you gain the upper hand in most 1 versus 1 duels. If the opportunity arises to eliminate an enemy, don't hesitate to take it. But remember, your main role is to act as the team's secondary frontline. Ideally, clear the wave quickly and rotate to support your allies. In some situations, you can also go for a proxy, since Thamuz performs this role quite well. Use your skills 1 and 2 to move faster around the map. The 25% movement speed bonus is more useful than it seems. Your ultimate is your biggest source of damage and sustain, making it essential in objective fights. That's why it's important to always be present in these situations and fulfill your role as the secondary frontliner. During team fights, prioritize targeting fragile heroes such as mages and marksmen. The second skill is especially helpful in this regard. Avoid starting fights by immediately activating your ultimate, as enemies will likely just back off and wait for its effect to end. Hold it until the right moment to make the most out of this powerful ability. Lastly, pay close attention to crowd control skills, which are Thamuz's biggest weakness. Even with his ultimate active, he needs to keep landing basic attacks to heal himself. If interrupted, he loses a large part of his effectiveness. Keep this in mind during team fights. If this kind of content is helping you, check out the playlist dedicated exclusively to tutorials. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for the support, and see you in the next video.